I can't hear Monica.
Welcome to the AACFB's 2023 Meet the Funder webinar series. My name is Monica Harper. I'm the Executive Director of the AACFB and I'll be your host today. Our presenter today is Chris Zupicic. I knew I was going to say that wrong. Zupicic. Can you say it?
Yes, my name is Christian Zupicic. Christian's going to be the easiest way to address me.
Okay. From United Capital Source. United Capital Source is both a funding source member and a gold sponsor of the AACFB, and I'd like to thank them for the support of the association. Before I introduce United Capital Source, I'd like to go over a few items to make this webinar more enjoyable and informative for everyone. During the presentation, you should see a Q&A box that will allow you to ask questions. If you have any questions during the presentation, please submit your questions in the box and they'll be answered by the end of the webinar. Please reserve the chat for communication between attendees. Our entire webinar should take no more than 30 to 45 minutes. And for those of you who would like to review this webinar at a later date, it will be posted on the 2023 Meet the Funder page of the website, and it will be emailed out to the membership. At this time, I'll turn over to Chris, and it's all yours.
Thank you, Monica. So I just want to confirm real quick because we were having some technical difficulties. Can you see the presentation, Monica and team?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So my apologies in advance for having it like this, but again, we're having some technical difficulties. That being said, I'll just go ahead and get into it. So, thank you for your time. Time is money, but we're also trying to make some money here. So I think you guys will find this of value. So I'll be going over a company overview, and the talking points for today will be as follows: who United Capital Source is, what we have to offer, our products and our processes, the industries that we serve, and then partnerships, all pretty much dovetailing into funding deals and how we get to that point. So, who is United Capital Source? Well, we've been around since 2011 and having unlocked over $1.2 billion in funding for over 20,000 businesses across North America and counting. We made a pretty big footprint in the space overall. Brand recognition is definitely in play here, teaming up with various partners, lenders, and also vendors as well, offering a decent range of financing solutions, again, to get us to the point of plenty of funded deals and growing. So some key facts about us: we're licensed in all 50 states. We have some phenomenal 5-star ratings on Google. I definitely encourage you all to take a look at that. We work very, very hard at keeping that growing, at a fast pace. And obviously, again, offering a wide range of products. Been in business for 12 years, and again, in counting. So some other tidbits of information about us, members of obviously AACFB, NEFA. Our CEO, Jared Whites, is a board member of the National Alliance of Commercial Loan Brokers and is a chairman of the SBFA as well. So that is a great all those are great networking sources for us. We're very in tune with going to conferences all over the country, obviously with these networks and others as well. We continue to do that. Our team here continues to grow on a large scale. We have started the partnership division over the past year, and that is showing promises. And as I dive further into this PowerPoint, I'll expand more on how we are having great success with strategic partnerships. So products, right? Products and our processes here at United. So this list of products that you see here in front of you are not just a list of products that we plaster on a website to drive traffic. We do offer these products on a very large scale and execute files attached to these products on a very large scale. So ranging from lines of credit, term loans, equipment financing, SBA loans, ERTC advances, MCAs, factoring, real estate. again, we've got a full team within United Capital Source to where when I receive a file, we receive files from our partners. It's tailored to really focus in on what the partner's trying to accomplish, what the client's trying to accomplish, and gear them towards a specific product or cross onto various products. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, what are the rates? Where they start? What's the turnaround time? And I would love to answer all those questions, and we'll answer all those questions. Not sure if we're going to have time in this session, but my contact information will be on the last slide. And I left my schedule pretty open today to have various conversations around any opportunities that you wanted to discuss. But what I will like to add is, lines of credit, MCAs, equipment financing. Those are three products, for example, that are like turn and burn very quickly. Same day funding to 1 to 3 days. Obviously, term loans going to be more stringent and take longer, longer time frame. Obviously, SB is included in that. Factoring takes a little bit longer. We're probably looking at about, I would say, within 3 or 4 days, business days to get a factoring deal done of a decent size. And then real estate is going to be, depending on the deal, I would say about a month or so. Could be a little bit longer, could be a little bit shorter. So that just gives you an idea of like time frames and turnaround time attached to these products. And I would say on a line of credit, we've got various programs within that product, right? So you're looking at, if it's a strong file, anywhere from as little as just under 1% monthly, just to give you an idea. Term loans, right there around 9%, depending on the file, of course. Equipment financing, probably right there along the lines of starting around 9%. SBA, we all know what prime is, plus, 1 or 2 points in there. ERC advances, that product will be 1% of the facilitated amount of the advance, but there's a lot more to that, right? I just want to give you on a high level, yielding up to about 86% of the advance. We're seeing a lot of that right now. MCAs, it's a factoring, factor rate. So it's going to depend on the overall risk factor, but we're probably seeing anywhere from like a 120 to a 142. Just to give you an example of that. Factoring deals, that is going to determine. I'll peel that back offline if anyone has any factoring deals, because that's typically multi-layered there. But we like to see anything from that 30 to 90-day net. And then real estate, again, depending on the deal, we do have various partners in that industry and get very competitive as well. So the process here, easy to work with, right? We're not hard to work with. We don't want to overcomplicate anything. So what you see here in front of you, like, hey, apply in minutes, go over the options, customize the funding if we need to cross sell, and essentially get funded, right? So you can, as a partner, have access to a portal to where you can upload your deals. I like to have, before we grant access to an online portal to where you'd be able to upload the deals, like to see somewhat of a deal flow, and also as a partner to, on both levels, understand how you like to work, how we like to work, and go over the first few files upon signing up with us, on a one-on-one basis. I find that more effective. And then this way, when you get to files, for example, 4, 5, and 6, and now you're submitting it through the portal, as a partner what fits in our sandbox, and still keeping me abreast of what files you're submitting. I'll know either way because I see it all anyway. But having those conversations is helps a lot, right? So if you're one to, hey, I rather upload deals to a portal, go over options with whoever's closing the deal, cross-selling if we need to, pivoting if we need to, and then getting the deal done, that's perfectly fine. If you're one that's very hands-on and wants to submit files directly to me, which we have plenty of, that's not a problem either. And then again, we would go down the same road to the sale of comparing the options, cross-selling if we need to, or pivoting, and then hopefully getting that deal accomplished. So industries that we serve here at United Capital Source, various, right? Various. Anything from, medical, construction, trucking, which is tough right now. We're getting a lot of it done. Yellow iron, hospitality, food service, cannabis, which is a space where that's booming right now. But we are getting a lot of those deals done, real estate and more. So we're open to pretty much anything. Um, and growing, right? Especially in the cannabis space, for example. So, attending the trade shows, having the conversations around the various industries and how we can expand our sandbox as a true marketplace. We continue to do that. So, any deals that you have that you wanted to go ahead and discuss, again, open to do that, but we are truly available to cater to all of these industries and more, and it continues to grow on a daily basis. So I'm going to spend some time here throughout this presentation on partnerships because that's my focal point here at United Capital Source. So how are we different? What is our approach? What are the results looking like, right? So I'm sure there are plenty of people here that have gotten an email with a file that has no content on the actual email, and it has an attachment of 3 bank statements and an application, right? Um, we we're not crazy about those, right? We like having the conversation with the partner, peeling back the deal, trying to get as much hair off the deal or understand the deal in its entirety, having a conversation with the client with our partners on the line. There is no backdoor emailing, soliciting, anything like that, right? Our vision here is long term, both with our partners and the client, right? We want that client knowing and going through our process to get a fund or get funded rather, pretty seamless and painless, and truly understanding what are the pain points, asking questions like, hey, what happens if you do not get this money, right? What is the minimum amount that you need to make this worth it for you to move forward versus like, hey, just get the max offer in the best term. That's a no-brainer. We're always going to do that, but really trying to see what they're trying to accomplish as a client, and often that leads to more opportunity. Oh, you need $150,000 for working capital right now? Then you have a conversation with them. And by the way, you also mentioned that in 6 months, you're looking to further expand and do XYZ. We make notation of that. We follow up on that, right? With you as a partner. So I would say at least half the time, if not more, I would say half the time is very conservative approach. At least half the time, these conversations leads to monetizing the deal further, right? And then building that trust with the client. So truly understanding what they're trying to accomplish. It's paramount, to be honest. So we always have a conversation with the client, again, with you on that line. We do have partners, and we're fine with it. We do have plenty of partners that would say, hey, here's a file. The client is aware. Obviously, we're partners with United. Have a conversation with them. It's a full package. Keep me posted, right? Let me know when it's a fund or a decline. We can do that, and we do that. And we have partners that like to be very involved in the deal, on all the emails, on all the phone calls. And then we have partners that it's a mixed bag, right? Depending on the size of the deals, how involved they'll be, which I understand that as well. But that's what a partnership is about, right? Understanding how you like to work, understanding how we like to work. It's not complicated, and catering and tailoring around that. Okay, so it's a very personalized approach. When you submit deals to us and we work the file, what I like to do, what I find that's very effective, is that I typically don't have our partners working with more than 2 or 3 members on the sales floor. I do that because again, it's very efficient. So you're going to see as a partner and signing up with us, you're going to see the same names. Okay, I've worked with John, Jake, and Joe before, right? And we try to keep that to 2 or 3 people, Obviously our team is bigger than that, but we do that on purpose to keep it more personalized, truly understanding the deals, forming true partnerships here, and taking it to the next level. So we formed a partnership division here over the past year. And so far, when we're comparing a 3-year comparison, for example, um, a lot of growth. So we're tracking around just over 15 million with our ISO partners this year. And we, uh, we're going to go over that, right? We're going to go over 15 million. I'll say we'll be closer to 20. 15 again is on the conservative side. And then next year in 2024, we're definitely projecting to do, much higher numbers. Um, we've got an extensive lender network, over 75 lenders at this point. And again, each file is very carefully chosen where we're taking that file to. We're not just going to shotgun blast it out to XYZ amount of lenders. We're going to choose very carefully who we send that file to, because we have to, protect our buy rates as well, as a valued partner of theirs. So all of this is a nice catalyst to get deals funded. So I encourage anyone that would like to have a conversation after this to contact me directly. Let's go over some deals. And even if you have deals that are tough, right? That you can't place. That doesn't mean that we can't place them, right? And even if we have a conversation around it and it's not a fit, that's okay, right? If you have a conversation around 10 different deals and 6 are not fits, but 4 are, that's okay. So um, we like to have the conversations. We like to keep things out in the open. We're just very, very big on overall transparency. That's what I would say. Now, that being said, there's one more thing I wanted to go over here. Client conversation. When you guys are submitting a package, one which I'm sure a lot of you already do, again, going back to understanding the deal, having the client ready to chat and have an upfront conversation shortly thereafter you submit the deal is also very important, because as you guys know, deals can die in the vine pretty quickly. And if you have a file and you submit the deal and that client, oh, guy's away on vacation for the next 7 days, a lot can happen in that time frame. So having the client ready to talk on the phone and have a conversation is indeed paramount. So with that being said, I know that was high level. I wanted to get a decent amount of information across to you about what we have to offer, how we can expand your sandbox and put money in your pocket. I hope it was definitely informative. Compensation, right? How you guys get paid. It's via ACH every week. So if a deal funds on a Monday, for example, there's a good chance that you'll get paid out that Thursday/Friday. It's going to vary from partner to partner how the compensation is paid out. What I would like to add is that we don't take any punch off the top, and we do not make our partners work up to splits. Okay. So anything deeper than that, we would have a conversation one on one offline. But I did want to table that as well in regards to compensation. So, Monica, I will open it up for Q&A. I'm more than happy to answer some questions with the time that we have remaining.
Just as a reminder, if anybody has any questions, we'll give you just a minute or two to type those in. Put those in the Q&A box, and we'll get those answered for you.
And again, if you guys would like to just contact me directly, I have most of the day open to address anything that you would like to address. The onboarding process, while if any questions are coming in, that's brisk too. I would get an agreement sent your way. I always have an upfront conversation, obviously with the partner, to ensure that it's going to be a fit for both of us. And then I would have the agreement sent your way from our operations department. That agreement would probably take, I would say, anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes to fill out and complete. And then you are a partner with us officially. and we would take the next steps in essentially funding deals.
Do have one question. Phil says he came in late and he wanted to know, are you an MCA lender?
We do have MCA products, yes. MCA is one of the many products that we do have. And I didn't hear the name Monica Phil. I think that you said it was his name.
Yes.
Phil, in addition to MCAs, we're looking at lines of credit, equipment financing, term loans, SBA included in that, real estate, cannabis. So we are a true marketplace offering various products. But yes, MCA is a product that we have to offer.
Great. I know cannabis is something that is frequently searched on our forum, and not a lot of funders
Yeah.
will touch it. So
Yeah, we do get a decent amount of deals, Monica, for cannabis. Jared and I, our CEO, Jared Whites, and I were just at Benzinga in Miami, made some good contacts there. And I would say we are expanding that industry on a pretty large scale where 2023 dovetailing into 2024 should be very, very big for us.
great. And Phil wanted to know, are you a direct lender?
We are a syndicating partner. So while nowhere near an average broker, we're not a direct lender. Syndicating partner, as most of you will know, is a very nice catalyst to yield the type of buy rates that we do.
Okay. I don't see any other questions. Give me just a second.
Yeah, not a problem.
Well, I don't see any questions, so we'll wrap this up. I want to say a big thanks to all our participants, and especially our valued funding source member and gold sponsor, United Capital Source. Thanks for a great job. We invite everyone to meet with United Capital Source in person at the Commercial Financing Expo coming up this September in Orlando in just a couple of weeks. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.